What's up, guys? Spaz here. Welcome to my channel and welcome to my first look at Loadout, a free-to-play game available on PC. Some of you guys out there have been sending me messages, posting comments on videos and on Facebook saying, hey Spaz, you have to check Loadout out. That's a mouthful. You're going to like it. That's what everybody kept saying. Just give it a shot. Promise you're going to enjoy it. I was hesitant first, to be honest. I looked at some footage and I was like, man, I just don't know. This kind of looks like a TF2 knockoff. I'm not a big fan of free-to-play games. They're usually very grindy, into the grind fest, and then is it going to go down that path of pay to win? But I downloaded it last night at midnight, and to give you an idea as to how much fun I'm having with this game, I just wrapped up an 11-hour session playing straight through. Didn't even know what time it was, lost track of time. I was just so entertained and involved in this game that it was shocking to me. It's like a breath of fresh air. I've been so frustrated with Battlefield 4, trying to develop content for that. I needed a filler because I can't just always play Payday 2 or else I'll get burned out. And when I downloaded this game and started playing it, I was like, oh man, this one might fit the bill for another game we could cover on this channel, or just, you know, even have some live commentary gameplay of it every now and then. It's a great game, guys. It's a lot of fun. If I were to describe this game to somebody, it's almost like Looney Tunes on crack with high explosive weapons. I know that sounds over the top, but if Charlie Sheen was a game developer, he would have come up with the concept of Loadout. The graphics are over the top. Occasionally your character's going to lose his head and all that's left is eyes. You're going to have holes through your body. Your body's going to be burned. You're going to lose limbs. There's going to be a bunch of blood. And who could forget to talk about the taunting? The taunting in this game brings teabagging to a whole nother level, because you can get a taunt that is essentially twerking, and you can twerk over somebody's dead body. How awesome is that? In terms of the gameplay style, it's kind of like Quake or even TF2, Half-Life 2 Deathmatch, some of those open arena games with the fast action. You know, you're going to have to rely on moving around quite a bit, rely on your reflexes, staying on your toes. It's a lot of fun, totally different than other games I've played as of late. Not to say I haven't played any arena-type games, because I played the hell out of Quake, I played the hell out of Half-Life 2 Deathmatch, and I played a ton of Team Fortress 2, and it's just nice to go back into this very fast-paced gameplay. There are different types of game modes. There's Team Deathmatch, of course. There's a mode called Extraction, where you run around and pick up different things off the map and bring them to central locations to earn your team points. There's also a capture the point type game mode, where you rally on a certain point and you try to hold it for a certain amount of time before you fully cap it and give your team some points. And then there's a capture the flag type mode, but rather than capturing a flag, we're going to go and capture a hammer that we can use to destroy some enemies. In terms of graphics and sound's not too bad. I mean, each of the weapons have different, you know, sounds. It's not going to be like the audio you would expect from Battlefield 4 or other titles that invest a ton of money in those, you know, really authentic sounds. In terms of graphics, I have zero complaints. It's a very simple, not very simple looking, because some of the animations are over the top, but it's a simple, it feels simple in design because it runs very smooth. I have zero frame rate loss. I have everything maxed out, everything turned on, and I'm running at like 120 frames a second. Never get any stuttering, never get any frame loss. It's just awesome. So there are 4 main weapons in the game. You have your rifle, you have your beam, you have rocket launchers, and then you also have your pulse weapon, which the pulse is kind of, if I had to relate it, it's not exactly like the mines for the demolition guy in TF2, but that's kind of how I look at it. Your rocket launcher, of course, it's what you'd expect from a rocket launcher. The rifle, it just shoots normal rifle rounds, so to speak. Well, I'd say more individualized shots, whereas the beam is a constant, steady rate of fire. You know, it's like a ray gun. All these weapons come with tons of different attachments, and when you first load up the game, that's where you're going to be overwhelmed, because you're going to look at the tech tree, or you're going to look at some of the weapons and notice that there are so many different customizable options that you don't even know where to begin. When I usually play a game that I'm not particularly familiar with, I'll just pay attention to what everybody's generally using. I'll see what the norm is, what the good players are using, and then I'll go and I'll find it in the tech tree, or I'll customize a weapon and see what the deal is with certain attachments on it. And the beauty of it is you do not have to purchase attachments before testing them. You can test all these attachments, see if they work a certain way or if they don't fit your gameplay style. Test them before you buy them. You can customize your characters as well. Tons of different accessories, shirts, tops, pants, even specialized taunting. Really awesome stuff, but we need to talk about this. Since this is a free-to-play game, if you guys aren't aware of what free-to-play game really kind of turns into, you're going to have to spend a substantial amount of time in order to progress in this game if you do not invest any of your own money. It takes a while to get the in-game currency, which are bloots. Well, there's two types of in-game currency, technically. You have bloots, which you can use to spend and unlock different weapon attachments, but then you also have space bucks, which you can use to purchase accessories for your character. But what I did and what I typically do with free-to-play games, I put in a decent amount of game time, and I tell myself, or I ask myself, am I going to get some honest game time in? Am I going to play this game often? If so, would it not be worth investing a little bit of money to maybe get double XP, double bloots? That's eventually what I ended up doing after about 6 hours of gameplay. I said, you know what? I think I'm going to play the hell out of this game. So I'm just going to go ahead and get the Steam Starter Pack. It's 20 bucks, gives me 20,000 space bucks, gives me a few different attachments and whatnot. And then I went ahead and bought double XP and double bloots so that I could progress through these trees faster, and that's just the way you kind of have to look at free-to-play games. Other things to talk about with this game, there is kind of a learning curve. If you are familiar with games that are similar to Quake, TF2, or even Half-Life 2 Deathmatch, in this game in particular, you have to be moving pretty fast. You have to have pretty decent reflexes. Not to say that you can't play defensively, but if you're going to be aggressive, trying to score tons of kills, PTFOing, really fast-paced game, you need to make sure that your reflexes are on par. Other things to talk about, some complaints that I have about the game thus far, not too many. I was kind of upset when I found out that it is only 4v4. I was hoping to have a little bit larger player base when playing, but at the same time, when you see some of these maps, they're not necessarily big, although some of them are quite large for some of the game modes that are out there. But 4v4, it hasn't been too bad. Other things that are kind of a turnoff for this game, not saying 4v4 is a 100% turnoff. I would like to see more players, but 4v4 is just fine. But one more thing is the matchmaking system. Every now and then you're going to get thrown into a lobby with somebody that has all the special attachments, all the upgraded equipment, anything and everything, and it's very difficult to take them down, especially if you're on a team that isn't working together, which is, I think this game is really designed to be played with your friends because there are a lot of over-the-top animations. The gameplay gets pretty intense at times, and I cannot wait to get some of my old crew members, some of my old buddies that I used to play Team Fortress 2 with, Half-Life 2 Deathmatch with, and just go to town on this game. Going to be some awesome recording, some awesome gameplay coming up, I'm sure. It's a lot of fun, guys. I would highly recommend checking this game out. It is free to play. It's available for download on Steam. Just download it. Give it a shot. If you don't like it, uninstall it. Didn't cost you anything. If you do like it, come hang out with us on the Steam group. We're still trying to figure out a way where we can all play together. It seems like the friend system is hit and miss. And I don't know if it's because the creators of this game weren't expecting this big of a player base so soon, but it seems like this game is growing in numbers. If you go to the community hub, last time I checked, there are 14,000 people online at any given moment, which isn't bad for a relatively new free-to-play game. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Just wanted to give you a first look, first impression stuff. I'll probably give out or get out some more in-depth content going over the different attachments, different weapons, different gameplay styles, the different modes, things like that. But this is just a first looks video. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know if you want to see some more Loadout gameplay, Loadout content. Let me know, and we will see you guys tomorrow in our live stream. If you want to see me stream some Loadout, we can do that as well. That's it for this one. Yo.